Session 1.2. But first of all, we need to go back and look at what was set for you last week. The first thing you asked to do was an interview, and that was designed to enable you to get an idea about what project management is, what its uses are and what it involves. Now, I thought the best way to do this was to actually talk to somebody, so I hope you found that process useful. You were, of course, developing interviewing and questioning skills at the same time, which will be really important later. The other thing you asked to do was to find a link to a project summary. Now, the reason that you asked to do this was because when looking at everybody else's, you can get a really good idea of the wide variety of ways that project management can be used and who uses it: organisations, businesses, government bodies, etc. Now, the other reason why you asked to do this was because it's actually the first stage that you go through when beginning a project. So here's where we move on to our next task. We're going to work backwards first of all and look at your final assessment, which will be a full project plan. Now, in project management terms, this is called a PID, a project initiation document, and it's a big document, and I've broken that down into 14 parts. And we're going to look at each of those parts as it will appear in your final piece of work. So the second thing we're looking at after the project summary is the business case. So this leads us on to what you're going to be doing. Now, when you finally come to write your final assessment, the project summary will be a really important part of your PID. And the summary of the project will be about 30 to 120 words. So hopefully that work you've just been doing about looking at other people's project summaries will give you an idea of what you'll have to do. But first of all, we need a project to summarise. So we're going to start really with the business case. So this week's task, you have to explain the rationale and reason for an imaginary project. So you have to imagine yourself running and starting an interesting and exciting project for a group of people. So you've got to look at a variety of things and ask yourselves the following questions. Now, why should the project be undertaken? Who is it for? And how will those people benefit from your project? Why is it important or necessary to the people it will serve and the organisation you are bidding to? So is it important socially? Is it important ethically for those people to experience this project? How do you think it will link with the sponsor's existing plans? So you're going to look at what a company or organisation already wants to do, and you're going to try and help them do that. And lots of other questions you need to look at in more detail. So there are 3 things I want you to do. First of all, you're going to research what a business case is so you can understand the term better. I've only given you a few details, so I'm giving you a couple of websites I want you to look at so you can understand what a business case is in more detail. The second thing I want you to do is to watch an episode of Dragon's Den to get you in the mood. And then the third thing is the actual document that you're going to produce for me. It's going to be 700 words, and you're going to look at how to present also a very concise and effective, easily read document. So look at the Word document I'm sending you, which outlines everything I've just talked about. And that's it. So off you go, and good luck.